Too good. So you guys found out that, hey, the halfling, she was basically shacked up at Lindell Farm.
Well, it's getting late, guys. You want to go back to the circus, get a rest in, and then go check out the farm?
Yeah, I got the wrong outfit on for that one. I don't need to look like a necromancer anymore, so I need to switch anyway. So maybe tomorrow I could wear a better outfit.
So you guys want to basically get your full rest for the evening?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So I'm giving you guys an overnight rest. All of your spell slots have been given back to you. You guys are already, good to go with being at max health. So there's no need to, do any kind of like adding any life for your con and level. So you guys are good to go. All right.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I wear my sneaking outfit today.
Your sneaking outfit. What does that entail of emu?
It's just got like a little hood so I can cover my little face. People don't see me as good, and I can squat down real low like this. Sneak up on people.
Little goblin poop when you squat down and sneak on people. Never mind.
Sometimes.
Add that to your medicine kit. So you guys
clears the sinuses.
Waft it. You gotta waft it. So you guys know about the orchard? You've got the boar problem over at the orchard. Is it? I mean, is that a dire need? I don't know.
Is it a dire boar? Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
The Hoftons from the Hofton Mill, they're missing. Quite a few people are missing.
I think we ought to go to the farm. We have two things about the farm. We the two brothers that are skin suits now.
Yeah.
Egger suits from Men in Black.
You know about the brothers, yeah. Jano
and the halfling being there. Yeah.
And
we better go check.
The halfling was definitely shacking up there from your good friend Piranha.
Well, we still have the halfling, right?
Yeah.
We can talk to the halfling before we go. We should do that.
If you want to.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Even though the sheriff's not in town, there is a small establishment to where, you can go in and there's a couple of town guards, a couple of deputies. Sure, they give you access to the halfling.
So I come in. Hey, Nemia, we got good news.
She just looks at you, and what's the good news?
Is her hair growing back on her feet at all yet, or not? She's got like a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's got like 5 o'clock shadow on her feet.
All right, the good news is I'm not gonna shave your feet anymore. I decided it's not the best. So you can keep it to yourself. I got another good news is we're gonna go out and we're gonna visit the little farm that you were hanging out at, and we're just gonna. You want us to bring anything back for you? Because that's where we're going.
As you mentioned the Lindell Farm, her eyes kind of raise a little bit, and she says, "What Lindell Farm? What farm?"
The farm where you were hanging out, and you had some plants and stuff like that are like grabbing people, and you had the two brothers with the little weird thing instead of the worm thing in their face.
Oh,
that place.
That farm.
So, yeah, that farm. We're gonna go out there, and we're just going out, just doing our regular thing, visiting everywhere we want to go, and then if you want us to bring something back, let us know if you have anything else there. Or if you have a code word that we should tell everybody there, like to tell the plants to leave us the hell alone and don't try to grab my boys.
She says, "Go to hell."
I don't think that sounds like a good command word, but I'll try.
Go to hell, you forest destroyer. She says, "You destroyer of nature," and she spits at your feet. Go to hell.
Okay, well, I didn't need any more medicine, but I'll rub the spit into my foot.
Oh,
that might help.
Slimy. She says, "You may have a surprise waiting for you."
Oh, yeah? What's that surprise? Something big and scary?
You'll find out.
Okay.
Whatever's there is going to destroy you and then destroy this wretched town.
That's pretty good. That's pretty big, then. It sounds pretty big.
You think we're here to destroy the forest? No, we're actually here on your side. We're here to protect the forest.
No.
Now I might even plant a
just
tree.
like these friendly people of Aberton, with all of its dry wells and all of its dry soil and the cutting down of all of these precious ancient trees on the island. Oh yeah, you guys are here to save the day.
Yes, we are here to save the day.
And I fertilize the farms all over the place. I mean, I'm fertilizing out by the circus, behind the tents. Don't step back there barefoot. It's a bad idea. And, all over.
I don't see it.
Omi's going to cast a charm spell. Of course we're here to save the day. Don't you remember us? We're on your side.
Give me a... in fact, let me give you a saving throw. What was the DC again?
18.
She says, "Okay, what are you doing? Waving your hands at me and stuff? I mean, what?"
Don't you remember? We're on your side. We're here to help protect the forest along with you.
She starts yawning. She kicks her feet back on the cot. Ugh, I've heard this story too many times.
Hey, you want VIP tickets? That worked last time.
She just kind of looks over, shakes her head, and then kind of takes one of the town papers, and she kind of puts it over her face as she's ignoring you. Gonna try to catch some shut eyes, probably. Doesn't seem like your charm spell affected her at all, Omi.
I don't think it worked this time, Emu.
No.
So we're on our own.
How many of those VIP tickets do we actually got?
Omi pulls about 20 to 30.
That's a lot.
Here you go.
All right, last chance.
Is there
for
actually
you and a guest?
Is there actually going to be a VIP section or something like that, or little boxes, or
Oh, there's got to be.
Oh yeah,
there's got to be.
There will be now. Yep.
Little box section with spoons painted all over it.
Yeah, you get no response from.
Maybe we can drag her to the actual plant. Maybe the plant will jar her to help us.
She might be able to talk to it and control it, though. That could be bad.
I'm just saying. Well, yeah.
Yeah, probably just better go on our own. Check it out. We know what to expect, though, so we can be...
All right. Yeah, she's got something big there.
Yeah, the two deputies, because this is a small establishment, they're like, "No, sir, we have strict orders from the mayor. We can't let her leave." I'm sorry, but we just can't let her leave.
All right. Well, hey, we're going out to this Lindell farm. If we don't come back anytime soon, then,
Sure.
Send some reinforcements.
You just go straight down Main Street to the other side of town, and the Lindell barn is just on the outskirts of Aberton.
You got any weed killer?
Weed killer?
Yeah, like goblins. They have something called weed killer. It's like fire. So do you have any fire that we could use?
I'm afraid not, sir. I've never heard of that weed fire before.
Not weed fire, just fire. Fire is what kills the weeds.
There's plenty of fire. I mean, you can get it from any of the pits, or get it from a cooking stove, or maybe even strike a torch on your tinder box, or maybe a tinder twig. I know that there's some tinder twigs in Pathfinder. It used to give you attacks of opportunity if you were striking one of those. That was on the attack of opportunity list, but just speaking out of character there. But no, there's plenty of places to get fire for your fire weed killer. Don't go burning down the farm now, you hear? Don't burn down the town of Aberton.
Well, not the town, just the farm part. I mean, is the farm okay to burn down, or is that not?
I don't think the Lindell brothers are going to like you burning down their
farm.
We didn't
tell you about the Lindell brothers, did we? Oh yeah. Well, they're not going to worry too much about the farm. The Lindell brothers didn't do so well. If you go over to the who's the preacher, Father, what's his face?
Oh yeah, the Golden Laws Church. What, Nellen Drend? What about good old Nell and Drain? He's one of the staples of our community.
Oh, yeah. He's a big fan of ours. He loves the circus and everything we do for the town. And
you guys have been here a whole couple of days. It's not like you've done a whole bunch, y'all here.
Oh, well, we did do a lot so far. I'm just trying to tell you we did. We got a halfling here for you. And we saved the whole town once. And then we rescued your, that guy from the Golden Laws Church. Yeah, and he loves us. He's our number one fan. He's going to get the VIP tickets, too. So if you want to join... you could buy some VIP tickets to the circus, and you could sit next to all the other VIPs. Just $5 gold.
What's a VIP?
Oh, it's the best thing in the world. It's the only thing that matters in this town. You got a VIP or you don't got a VIP. There's only two kind of people in this town: the VIPs and the don't VIPs. Which one are you gonna be?
Well, how much are these VIPs? How much?
Like five gold. But today,
I don't make 5 gold in 6 months, sir. I can't spend 5 gold.
Well, what do you got in your pocket?
I don't have any. I give everything to my wife and my chillins.
I'm sorry to say that you're not a VIP then, sir. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to be in the non-VIP section.
Well, that's okay.
But okay.
That's where I was last time.
Yes, there's still good seats. Yeah, it's still pretty good seats.
Heck yeah, it was a good show. Hats off to you. That's dangerous stuff y'all are doing.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to be back over at the Lindell farm. So I'm just telling you, if it burns down, probably wasn't us.
Well, just give my regards to my cousins, the Lindells over there.
Oh, they're your cousins? I'm sorry.
Tell them old Rufus said hey. And I'll be out to see him next week.
I don't know about that, but okay. We'll pass along the message.
He just kind of scratches his head and he says, okay then, have a good one. Enjoy your stay in Abberton, says.
Did your cousins like ventriloquism? I'm just asking.
What is ventriloquism?
It's like you make a puppet talk. Are they fans of that?
I ain't seen no puppet shows since I was a kid.
Okay, but did your cousins like those kind of shows? Would they want to participate? That's what I'm trying to find out.
How do I know if my cousins like your ventriloquism, whatever it is?
Yeah, that one. Okay, never mind. You're no help. Bye.
Take care now. Gosh. Poor deputies, man.
All right, guys, let's go check out this farm.
Sure. Yeah, you guys know that you can just go right through the center of Abberton and, on the other side. So, as you are traveling, and in fact, Splug has got some things he needs to take care of with the circus, and he's going to stay with the circus for now. So, as you guys are traveling through Abberton, you notice that ahead on the road, just on the main road that goes right through the middle, there's a small crowd that's gathered along the street, right? And as you're getting closer, the sounds are getting a little bit louder, and you guys are starting to hear some shouting. You're starting to hear some, like, the playing of tambourines and maybe a couple of pipes, and you're like, what the heck is going on? So you're thinking if maybe the professor has his band of performers out promoting the circus, And as you get a little bit closer, you guys are noticing that there's a couple of familiar folks that you remember. And it
better not be those people from the Celestial Menagerie.
In fact, it is, because these are not performance of your Circus of Wayward Wonders. And in fact, you recognize them as Victor Volcano, which he is a fire eater. You know of one being Daring Danica, and she has her lion with her. Ooh. And you know of the clown Jellico Bounce Bounce. And I'm going to give you a couple of images. This is Daring Danica and her lion. And this is Jellico Bounce Bounce. That's what Jellico looks like. And you know of these are being, some of the top performers from, Mistress Dusklight's Celestial Menagerie. And as you're, getting closer, you can hear these pipes playing, tambourines. You can start to, hear Daring Danica. She's talking to, this crowd that's starting to form on the side of the street. And the crowd is actually, as you're getting closer and you can hear everything more clear, the crowd is starting to gather. So this crowd is starting to get larger. And you can hear Daring Danica say, "Prepare yourselves and your souls." And she's using, all kinds of hand gestures. And, she's actually quite a performer. And, you have a lot of respect for her in that aspect. And she's a great performer. And she says,
was she nice to us when we worked there?
No, she did. She knew that you guys have a circus, right? She knows that you guys basically defected. Because, things aren't all kosher in the Celestial Menagerie because of all of the abuse that was going on. Not only to the help, but to the, to all of, and the performers and to the animals as well. So that's why you and, that's why everybody left. Myron, that's why you guys started this. And she says, "People of Aberton, the celestial marvels are in front of you. These sights so spectacular and so marvelous that you will speak of them forever after, with, of course, awestruck tears in your eyes." And she kind of puts pulls her hand down her cheek. She says, "Prepare for the show to surpass any you have ever seen. Either yesterday," and she knows, she sees you guys are walking up, and she says, "either yesterday or in days before," as she kind of looks at all of you and gives you all an eye. And she says, "Prepare for the dawning of Mistress Dusklight's Celestial Menagerie." And she looks over at you, all of you.
Ooh. Hack, hack, hack.
Hey, Danica, you want to come join our circus? It's like got better benefits and all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, and all this is going on. You see Victor Volcano. He's shooting flames of fire. You've got Danica's lion. She's the lion's jumping through hoops and stuff. And Jellico Bounce, he's juggling all these daggers and knives and hand axes and stuff. And as all of you start to boo Mr. Dusklight's Celestial Menagerie, she turns over towards you, and she's got a dramatic expression on her face, and she says, "Oh, fine people of Aberton! These are the cheap imposters that you have already seen their show. It's not a real show. It's just some amateurish parade of feeble animals and struggling charlatans.
This lady doesn't even have a tent.
We don't need one right now. Kang?"
She doesn't even have seats or concessions.
Yeah, I bet you don't got a VIP section. We got a VIP section.
She just does a loud sigh. "Are you done yet, charlatans?
No.
May I continue on?"
Oh,
Hey, have you fed that lion today? Cause we feed our animals.
Yeah, we got spoons and T-shirts.
Yeah. Memorabilia. That's right.
Obi, the hack, are you still hanging on to that childish spoon trick?
emu.
Childish spoon trick. It's better than any trick you have.
Oh,
I know Emu has some rotten vegetables in his pouch, man. Come on, start passing them out.
Emu. An amateur. All of you are amateurs.
I don't know why you're getting on him about a spoon. Have you tried to eat cereal with a fork? It doesn't work.
Good people of Aberton, these hacks, this circus of wayward hacks or circus of wayward wonders, whatever they decide to call themselves, I promise you and I assure you, once Mistress Dusklight's Celestial Menagerie comes to town next week, all of you will forget about these puny childish acts with their spoons and their little bits of magical fire and, all this other stuff. I assure you, the Celestial Menagerie will give you the show of a lifetime.
I'm going to take out a ration and start throwing it at them. Like any kind of food that I can find.
Booing them and stuff. And the crowd is actually, kind of looking at you like, oh, what is going on? And then old Jellicoe Bounce, he stops, doing tricks with the lion. And Jellicoe says, well, I think there's only one way to settle this. I think that we should go ahead and do an impromptu challenge. Myself, Victor, and Daring Danica, we challenge you to an on-street performance. As he's juggling his knives and stuff. What do you say, amateurs?
You need some more balls to juggle, and I kind of bounce around a little bit. Juggle those in your mouth, sucker.
You're on. You're no match for my spoons and my friend's tricks as well.
So what do you... And, Jellicoe kind of stands up on a barrel that's by one of the roadsides, where there's, just a barrel of water where the horses drink out of. And he says, ooh, so what do you think, people of Aberton? Do you want to see a challenge? Do you want to see us, the performers of the Celestial Menagerie, show these hacks of the Wayward Wonder Circus up? And, the crowd's like going wild and they're chanting, Celestial, Celestial. And, you can hear some people chanting, Wayward, Wayward. So, like, the town is kind of like parting sides. Some are rooting for you, some are rooting for Mistress Dusklight's performers. And then, in the middle of the street, the town starts to disperse into this large circle from one side of the street to the other. And the three performers, Victor Volcano, Daring Danica, and Jellicoe Bounce, are on one side of the circle. And the crowd spreads out to where the four of you are on the other side of the circle. And then Jellicoe Bounce says, ooh, so we challenge three of you. Kane. Looks like you're sitting this one out. Ooh.
Yeah, and I'll actually step away and I want to maneuver myself where I have two of their performers, like in a straight line from me.
But I think maybe Kang, you may be just as good as the other performers because all those three guys, they're hacks, and that's why they're no longer with us because Mistress Dustlight fired the likes of all four of you. Didn't need you anymore.
No, we quit because we were like forming a union, and we were like wanted to have better access to rights and voting privileges. And is that the reason why we did that, guys? I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, and they used to beat their animals.
Yeah, you don't beat the animals either. That's rude.
We don't beat any animals. Ooh, I don't know.
I just had a pet goat that I was playing with, and it's nice to be nice to animals.
Danica says, I assure you, my friends, I treat my lion with the utmost respect, and it roars. Roar!
I think you're lying there.
So what do you think, adventurers? Are you up for the challenge?
Let's bring it on.
So yeah, you guys know that, this is an honored tradition among performers and travelers and stuff. There's all kinds of dueling pits and stuff that not only on the circus, but there's a lot of circuses in this time and age. So there's a lot of circuses that are rivals, and obviously your your circus is rivaled with, the Celestial Menagerie of Mistress Dusklight. So you guys haven't really done any of these, performance duels, but each one of you will get to do a performance check. But there's sort of like you get to use one of your skills as like a warm up to the the crescendo to the finale. So your final check will have to be a performance check, but before that, you can do any kind of skill that's going to help you and your performance, and you're going to give an impromptu description of what's going on with your performance, your short performance. And you can use any skill. You can use acrobatics, you can use athletics, diplomacy, thievery, whatever. And if you're successful with that roll, then you're going to get a +2 bonus to your overall performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, while my two companions are doing their performances, I'm going to tap out a beat for them on my spoons. Take the aid action.
Cool. So it's sort of like a dance off. You know what I mean?
So let's do it, ladies first. You lead the way, Danica. Let's see what you got.
So Danica, she does her show, and she has the lion do several tricks. Lion's balancing on a kind of walking on a ball. She's got it jumping through hoops. She's put her head into the lion's mouth, and the crowd they're amazed by that. So who's going to go first with all of you? As no one speaks up.
Show up, Zero.
Step forward. Okay, go ahead, Zero.
Go on me.
And this is kind of happening at the same time. So as, Danica is doing her performance, you are also doing yours as well. And it's going off of the crowd's reaction.
Omi steps forwards and starts taking out a pair of spoons in each hand and starts tapping them and playing them and dancing, standing on one foot, dancing around. And you see about halfway through the performance, he casts Mage Hand, and the Mage Hand picks up another pair of spoons and starts playing 3 pairs of spoons at the same time, and really playing it up for the crowd.
So you're basically just juggling spoons and stuff. Are you playing songs as well, or?
Oh yeah, I'll play some old battle hymn songs, some songs that King's taught me.
And as he's doing that, Emu is going to kind of slide amongst the crowd and then try different voices and be like, "Spoon the world! Spoon the world!" And then just kind of move to different spots and spoon the world, everybody! Spoon the world!
So what what check do you want to use?
Performance is my best one.
Give me a performance check, Mr.
So could I try to aid him with that?
You
I don't think I need
definitely
it.
because as you're aiding him, the crowd starts to chant, "Spoon the world, spoon the world," and so you've pretty much whipped them up into a frenzy, Emu. And Omi, your check is just amazing. So your check is going to get a +4 bonus to your overall performance roll. So,
nice.
And Danica sees this, and Danica's starting to sweat a little bit as she's starting to put her head into the lion's mouth. So why don't you give me your performance check with a +4?
Okay.
He just rolled on the one. I don't know if you saw the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, you got to do 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
So I'll use a hero point on that.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, the first 20 got the got the +4 bonus.
Oh, okay, got it.
So
yeah.
your performance wows the crowd over. And